Hello everybody, this is my LEGO Double Sliding Slideout with floor lift prototype. And the reason why I made this prototype is because in the future I'll make an insane motorhome, or rather, yeah, a motorhome, a big motorhome, and it requires the double sliding slideouts. And since it's double sliding slideouts, slideouts, they have the floor and the floor is too high. It needs a floor lift, so the floor could elevate down, so the whole floor could be flat out across the whole motorhome. And since there's going to be a lot of movement, I need to create a prototypes to see if it'll work or not. And so yeah, and also I'm gonna buy the pieces and make it in real life too. So which is why I made a prototype here. And now first starting with the components of this has several components. It can be as wide as you want, as long as you want the slide outs. You can make it any direction as long as you want. And by the way, this is at a true minifigure scale. So instead of one stud equals 1 feet, it's 2 studs equals 1.5 feet. And I made that scale because 2 studs is the width of minifigures, and 1.5 feet is the width of an average person. It's how fat they are. Yeah, so which is why I made that scale. I call it a true minifigure scale. Yeah, a true minifigure scale. And this is at a true minifigure scale. And since your motorhomes are usually 10 or 11 studs wide, this is exactly a half of the half. And all of this fits in a half link, okay? So first start, this is a sidewall here. It's a sidewall that is connected to the main wall, the body wall, and you can see there's stoppers here to prevent it from going any further, right? Yeah, and here's a sidewall. It connects with slide B wall. This is slide A, and this is slide B. It's double sliding, so it's slide outs 2 times. And this is slide B floor, the floor of slide B. Let me take out this furniture. This is slide A floor. This is slide A, and this is body wall. And now how does this work? Well, I took out the furniture here, so how this works is that all you need to do is just push in or pull the sidewall and everything will mechanically work for you. Yes, I engineered this in a way where I think everything will mechanically work for you. So you can see here on the floors, there are slopes there. So when you push it in, it can easily lift the floor up mechanically, and you don't have to push it from under for it to work. Like my motorhome is gonna have 6 double sliding slide outs. So I don't have my hands everywhere to do that. I only have two hands to do that, and one hand is gonna be pushing it in while the other is gonna be. You don't want that. So which is why I made this completely mechanical. You can see on the slide A floor, it's also sloped, but it's upside down. So it could be smooth all around because nothing's going to be the slide A floor. If it would, that means the slide B will run over it, and that's not going to be well, which is why nothing's ever going to be on slide A floor, and the furniture is only going to be on slide B floor. So now you see how it works, and you see on the sidewall there are these stoppers here, and there are these stems that will work for you. Okay, so this will just simply lift up 2 plates, and then the slide B will slide into the slide A, like this. And then once you keep pushing, the slide A floor will lift up, so lifting the slide B floor too. And then it slides in from that. You can see it gracefully slides in, and everything is fine. You can see here, and yeah, it works very well. And now about the stability, let me take this out. As you can see, the floor drops again because there's nothing underneath it to hamper it, so it will have to drop because of gravity. And about the stability, well, what if it moves side to side, right? Well, I have this blocking here, these plates blocking here. I have this wall blocking here, the floor. I have it's just all the walls that are blocking it. And also I have these guides that are blocking it too. So it will not move side to side, and it's completely fine. Even the sidewall is connected well. It will not move side to side. As you notice, this is actually the actual floor, but this is just the bottom of the house of your motorhome. Now, what if it moves back and forth? Well, if you've seen it slides in, what if it can fall in, right? Because, you know, the floor is floating. It's not touching anything, it's actually floating. Well, you can see these grooves here and these panels, it actually blocks it. So it can only move up and down, but not side, front or back, or side to side actually. It can only move up and down. So yeah, it can only move up and down. The slides can only move in or out. And yeah, that's a very good stability. I think it will work very well. And how about the furniture? Well, as you can see here, the height limit of the furniture is up to here only. So there has to be a 4-plate clearance, and always floor plates, unless your floors are only 1 plate thick, which is, how can you do that, right? Your floors are already 2 plates thick, and there are 2 floors because it's a double sliding slider, so it'll be 4 plates thick. So which is why there has to be 4 plates clearance, because this is gonna slide and it's gonna move up, right? It is definitely gonna move up, as you can see here. And then it needs that clearance when it's sliding in. So which is why your furniture can only be this high. If it's too high, then it won't work. So yeah, and I think I covered it all for this prototype, and I think it works pretty well, except there are many gaps here, but I think you can cover it, most of the gaps with this furniture. And as you can see here, those are the 2 guides right here, right? Which is why the furniture will have to bend around it, you can see here. And these gaps, they cannot be covered. There's no way to cover it. But then also these gaps at the panel here, they cannot be covered too, because that's where the guides are. So yeah, only 4 gaps in total. But other than that, it's pretty covered up and it's fine. Thank you for watching, everyone. And yeah, this is my LEGO Double Sliding Slideout with 4 lift prototype. Please remember to watch the other videos in my end screen. Thank you.